What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and lately I've noticed a lot of you guys saying in the comments that you would buy games or consoles or DLC, but you don't have any money. And even though I grew up poor, I always remember always having some type of cash in my pocket at all times. Like, no matter what, I'd go out there and I'd find ways to make money. I had a paper route from the time that I was like 10, 11 years old up until like 14, 15. I used to make some pretty good money doing that up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. There'd be a ton of papers outside. You get up, toss them inside the shopping cart, and you fold them, put the rubber band around, hands get covered with ink, delivering papers in a ghetto-ass neighborhood in the dead middle of the night. No, I wasn't rolling in cash. I mean, I wasn't making it rain on some motherfuckers, but I always had a few bucks on me, and there's always like a few seasonal jobs that would come and go. I mean, there's one year, let me tell you, there was one year that I decided that I would be a caddy at a country club, and I was like, man, I'm gonna make mad dough, which I did. Those rich old motherfuckers and carrying their golf bags around the golf course, going to get them beers and coming back. You made some pretty good money doing that, but you worked your ass off, because while they're driving around in those little ass fucking carts, you're sitting there with 2 bags on each shoulder, each weighing like 50 to 60 pounds, and you're trying to balance them too because they're kind of long and you got clubs hanging out. So you're sitting there with both arms on the tip of each bag trying to balance them while walking, watching these rich ass motherfuckers in the heat underneath some shade. They got their cold beers and just driving along, and you're just sitting there sweating your ass off in a fucking polo shirt because you couldn't wear just a t-shirt or jeans because it was hotter than a motherfucker out there, but they still had a dress code, so you had to show up with like a polo and some cargo shorts or some khakis, and it was just absolutely terrible. One day, my mom actually forgot to come and pick me up, and I had to walk home like 17 miles. I'm not even fucking lying. In the hottest day of the year, it was literally like 105 degrees, and I could have took a cab home, and I had like 90 bucks on me, but it would have took my entire $90 to get home from that cab ride. So I said, fuck it. I made this money. I earned it. I'm walking home, and that was the shittiest decision I've ever made of my life. I probably should have spent like 50 bucks on a cab and just got home and still had half of my money left, but I was a stingy motherfucker whenever I made some money. But there's always ways to make money. I mean, you could always, shovel snow, or another one of my favorites that a lot of people don't really think about. You can offer to take down your neighbor's Christmas decorations for like $50 to $100, because number one, it's colder than a motherfucker usually during Christmas, unless you live in a pretty nice area, but then they still consider it cold out there. Like, when I was out in Cali, it was like 60 degrees at night during Christmas time. People were like, oh my god, it's so cold, I gotta get the hoodie. I'm like, bitch, I'm in t-shirt and jeans, it's great, let's go fucking jogging, motherfucker. Sitting there, out there with hoodies and everything. But most people don't feel like taking down their holiday decorations. They're on vacation, they're with their family, and you could just be like, hey, for 50 bucks, I'll drag your tree out to the front yard, I'll fucking take down all these lights and make sure your big ass blown up fucking Frosty on your front lawn gets rolled up, put away. I'll tuck that shit, put some rubber bands around. I don't know what the fuck you do with the big ass Frosties. I've never had a front lawn. I'm just saying, that's actually a really good way to make money. But nowadays, it kind of sucks because, a lot of the jobs for kids are taken by adults. I mean, newspapers these days are either online or they have adults with cars that drive around and deliver them. Fast food and movie theater jobs, which used to be like a kid's job, like their first summer job. Now it's filled by low-wage accepting immigrants, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with immigrants that want to come here and work. You want to come here and work, I have no problem with that. But these kids need jobs. These kids need money, and shit's really fucked up right now. So I'm gonna treat you guys like some toilet paper. I'm gonna put you on some shit right now. I'm gonna teach you my grind that I used to do back in the day to make a little bit of cash. So let me go ahead, let me set this up for you. Let me paint you a picture. Let me put you a little bit of a happy tree. Oh, that's a Bob Ross! That's a 1989 reference. Where the fuck are you coming out with that, Mac? So, alright, check this out. During the holidays back in the day, most people would give us cash. Nowadays, people get gift cards. To be specific, they get Visa gift cards. Usually, no less than $20. If you give somebody a Visa gift card and it's for less than $20, fuck you. What the fuck are you doing? Buying a Visa gift card for fucking less than $20. If you're gonna hand somebody $10, you hand them a $10 fucking bill. You don't hand them a Visa gift card with $10. What the fuck's the matter with you? But what you gotta do is you get this Visa gift card to be like $20, $30, $40, maybe even $50 if you're lucky on there. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna go on Amazon.com. We're gonna go to fucking Amazon, alright? For those of you guys that don't like it when I say things like weird like that. But anyway, we're going to Amazon.com and we're going to use that Visa gift card to order a box of candy called Airheads. Why Airheads? Everybody loves Airheads. It is impossible not to love them. Now here's the kicker. They are so cheap that a box of them on Amazon costs $15 for 90 Airheads, which means if you sell them at 50 cents a piece, you're gonna make $45 off a $15 box. Now, if you think you can get $1 a piece for these, by all means, go ahead and get your $90, motherfucker. But right now, we're gonna focus at 50 cents a piece. That's gonna be our price point because they're cheap, they're big on flavor, they're flat, so you can carry a lot of them in your backpack. They can't be smashed by your books because they're flat. They don't fucking melt. They don't freeze. And the average price for a school lunch is usually around like $3 to $4, meaning most normal kids that go to school that pay for their lunch, their parents give them money every day to buy lunch, they're gonna have an extra $1 on it because their parents are gonna do what every other fucking parents does in the world, and they're just gonna throw a $5 down on the table and be like, here is your money, buy lunch at school. So if you sell them for $2 for $1, kids are still getting their lunch and they're getting a little bit of dessert, and everybody wins. Now, here's the kicker. When you're selling them $2 for $1, do not give change. The only time you accept 50 cents for one of these Airheads is if that's all they have on them. 2 quarters, 10 dimes, fucking, I don't give a fuck how many nickels they come with. They come with a handful of nickels, you can have yourself a motherfucking Airhead. As long as there's 50 cents worth of them motherfucking nickels. I take pennies too. You give a fuck, I'll go to the corner store and be like, here's 50 pennies. Give me 50 cents back, motherfucker. Otherwise, unless they come with the exact change for, you know, one of them Airheads, 2 for $1, no exception. The cool thing about this is most schools these days, they don't sell sugary snacks anymore. So you're going to be these kids' only source for like 6 to 8 hours a day for them to get their sugar and their flavor fix. And no parents are going to get mad at you for trying to make money selling snacks to kids. And here's the funny part. If the teachers try to be like, oh, well, you're selling shit without a license and taxable items, you can't get in trouble for it because Airheads are manufactured in a factory that processes ingredients such as wheat flour, which means by law, it is a non-taxable food item. It's how Mexicans on the side of the freeway sell oranges. I'm not being racist, I'm saying that's how they get away with it because there's no candy in it. Regular food is non-taxable. If you look on the back of the Airhead, it'll say, these are made with wheat, flour, blah, 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 which means it's a non-taxable food item. So, after you sell your first box, you're gonna have $45. So you go back on Amazon, you order 2 more boxes, and now you have 2 boxes to sell. That profit's gonna be $90, meaning the next time you sell out of both boxes, you're gonna have enough to order 2 more boxes, plus have extra money for yourself, probably like somewhere like 50, 60 bucks, and that's a video game. That's a hoodie. It's almost a pair of shoes right there. You buy all types of shit, whatever the fuck you want, and in a week or two, you'll be selling handful of candy all day long, making some pretty decent money because everybody there has an extra $1 in their pocket that their parents sent them to school with. And if you don't sell the box, big deal. You took a risk to sell $15 worth of candy. Oh no, I now have to sell 25 cents worth of Airheads to make my money back. So all you gotta do is be like, hey, whatever. If it won't sell, you just be like, hey, guys, look, 25 cents, 4 for $1, whatever. You'll still end up making money because those Airheads are 17 cents a piece. inside the box. So even if you have to make an emergency, sell them all for 25 cents a piece, you're still gonna make your money back. It's almost risk-free. And I mean, think about it. If it works out, not only do you have money, but everyone knows who you are. They think you're cool because you're selling them some shit that they can't have in school, and you might even get some bitches to be nice to you because they see you making some money. And we all know how much bitches love that money. So, I mean, think about it. You take a risk, $15 worth of candy, and you might be a popular guy in school. Selling some candy, making some money, maybe getting your dick sucked in the parking lot after school, who knows? So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. If none of this applies to any of you at school, like this, you can't make any money doing this way, tell me where you live, what you're from, and I will figure out a way to make some motherfucking money in your area. I'm serious. There's always something you could do to make some money. There's always a grind out there, but you always want to make sure you try to keep it a little bit legal, not illegal. You want to keep it legal. So, like I said, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.